Live from the heart of Lincoln, America. Welcome to Ticket Weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome all of our viewers to Flippin It with Sam and Sam. Today we are just on stream, no on radio because of the football game, Lions versus 49ers. One of our very own, Chipper Purdy, is out there at the game right now supporting his brother. So, but we are here with special guest star
Chenge Bachkoy, my roommate, my teammate, my bestie girl, sister, all of the above. We're so lucky to have her on today because I feel like you're so amazing and more people need to know about you. Yeah, I don't know. I think we kind of have a lot to cover. We're all gymnasts here today. We can talk about
and season just started.
Yeah, and season just started. We just had our fourth meet of the season, our second home meet versus Michigan. And I think it's a good time to just be like real with the people and just it definitely wasn't our best performance. And I know there was like a lot of like, I don't know, post meet like blues a little with that because it happens. Sometimes you just don't perform the way you want to, the way you practice. I think our team is really good about bouncing back. So we're just excited for the next meet and to keep rolling with that. But honestly, grateful for another meet where everyone competed and came out healthy. So I think that's one of the greatest things you can ask for. But yeah, we just had a meet. Basketball has been on the road everywhere with their season. Tennis is happening now. I just went to my first women's tennis match. That was super fun to watch. And I don't know any of the rules, like any of the specifics, but I could kind of follow along. And it's a lot. It's like hard. You have to be quick twitch.
Mm-hmm. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did we have a show after our first meet last week, right? We did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I was going to say we're in season. Mm-hmm. We have our first home meet.
Next week, right?
Yeah, this weekend.
Or this weekend, yeah.
Against Penn State. It's our first home meet, second meet of the season, and Big Ten regular season opener. So we're hoping to get that Big Ten regular season title.
Yeah.
Ring, baby. But it kind of sucks because other teams have competed. Like some of them had their fourth meet this weekend, and we didn't have a meet this week. We've had one meet this year.
Yeah. But that's nice in another way too, because then you're kind of still fresh.
But also it's like other teams have like 8 or 9 meets before they hit postseason, and we have 6. So I'm like, I don't know. I kind of feel a bit behind in the sense that like people have had their fourth meet. People are already in like season gear, like rhythm going. You know, it takes like 1 or 2 meets to warm up and everything. And people are at that point, and we're just like, second meet is still very early. It's your second meet. It's our first meet having no exhibitions. Like last meet, we kind of switched around our team because some people wanted to do all around to try to qualify for a meet. So we didn't have like 2 guys in our 16-man lineup. So now like this is really our first meet where we have the 16 men who are gonna compete. Mm-hmm. Like, and we have to like, we can't really give people spots in a sense. Like we're gonna have to like be cutthroat. So it's gonna be very interesting to see. But I'm excited.
I don't know, it's been exciting just to watch Husker sports. I feel like in the past year it's just been up for every sport.
No, it's been up.
Like everyone's just doing good, and I don't know. Yeah, what do you think, Chenge? You got recognized at a men's basketball game not too long ago, and I think that was, tell them what for, Chenge.
So, going to the Olympics this summer.
Subtle, some light.
Yeah. It was a bit weird of me. Like it was just weird being in front of like a lot of people.
Yeah.
I was kind of nervous, but at the same time it felt really good.
Yeah.
Nervous were at the basketball game or Worlds?
Both.
Both, yeah. Was that your first basketball game?
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you think?
I definitely loved it. I've never been to any other games besides gymnastics, but I think it's really good to be somewhere else and like I don't know, it was fun.
There's a lot of people there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely cool. Yeah, so Chenge got recognized, and I think like as her roommate, it was like obviously she has like a ton of accolades and stuff, but you'll never hear about those from her. I feel like Chunky's like one of those people that's super confident and knows their worth, but will never brag about like going to the Olympics. Like we start bringing it up all the time as a joke. We're like, well, she's literally going to the Olympics. Like we live with an Olympian. Like it's insane. But yeah, that was exciting to see you just get like recognized, like on the screen. Like I don't know.
And tell the viewers and the listeners. So obviously you're new to the podcast. So what country will you be representing? And then tell us a bit about that and like where you're from and everything.
Yeah, share about where you're from, your upbringing, stuff like that. How you got into gymnastics.
So I'm from Hungary, Budapest. And I first got to the gym when my parents took me there. I was 3, I think, and they took me there because I was very energetic kid, and they just didn't know like what to do like with the that much of energy. And I didn't either, and they took me to the gym, and I just felt like home, and I stayed there. I loved being there every day. We had like 3 or 4 hours practices, and I was like 5, so that sounds like very much, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I think it's so interesting. Worldwide, you will hear like the same story.
The same thing.
Every gymnast.
Every
and
gymnast
it's just
is so
cross continental. Like
Yeah.
in Hungary, lots of energy, didn't know what to do with myself. Parents put me in the gym, instantly felt like
just
home.
loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like gymnasts, I think, really are born to do their sport.
Yeah.
And I think just
It
that's
takes a
just so
certain
fascinating.
type of person.
I mean,
Yes.
if you're like still here in this sport, I feel like you have to love it.
You have to.
because,
100%.
Yeah.
like going there every day.
This is a
And
sport
when
where
it's hard,
if you don't have that passion, you're not
It's
gonna
not-
last.
yeah.
It's not gonna work.
It's gonna be painful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What are like the biggest differences between training as a gymnast in Hungary versus here so far?
I feel like here, it's like more like team oriented. Like,
Definitely college. Yeah.
yeah, it's I don't know. It's like the mindset is like very positive. And I feel like they care about you more than back home.
Yeah.
About your life, about your health. And I don't know. I love being here.
Oh, dang it. Yeah, I feel like it's similar here too. On the elite path, a lot of gymnasts just kind of feel very alone, and oftentimes you're training alone or with just a few other gymnasts. And so coming to like college, even from being in the US and going from club to college, and then being in Hungary and then coming to college, it's very like you're in a team, it's for the team.
Yeah.
You know? But
and I'm interested to hear how was not only did you have to switch countries, but also the sport kind of changed because you're going from doing elite in Hungary, where like you said, it's very individualized.
Yeah.
And then you're coming to where NCAA women's gymnastics has a whole different code, whole different aesthetic, whole different vibe to it.
different rules.
So how was that?
Yeah. When I first came here, I was very confused.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't really understand like why we do all that team bonding stuff. Like why we talk a lot about what we should do and how like about leadership and like how we should be like a good team. And I was kind of like confused like why do we have to do all these things? Like I never really did it. And also like college rules are like so different, and I was just like very confused. I tried to like understand everything, and I feel like I'm getting there.
You are. I remember like with Chenge, and it still happens sometimes when you kind of train for bigger competitions like outside of college, but you'll like start and people who don't know gymnastics, the landings are just different. Like sometimes in elite, I mean all the time in elite, you land on 2 feet and you finish. Like or you try to stick it as much as possible. In college gym and even in club on floor specifically, we land and step into a lunge. And so I remember when Chenge like got here, we were like Chenge lunge, step.
I didn't really understand
she
like
didn't
the
understand it.
difference. Like why is it different if I hop or like step or like I just It
Yeah.
just didn't make sense.
But
And
when you started doing it, we all were like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lunch, but we all were like jumping up and down, like, yeah, check it.
yeah, and it's
It's
also like my routines are like way shorter and
Mhm.
easier, but like being perfect
Yeah,
is
it's
very
a different
hard.
challenge.
Mhm.
Yeah.
you minimize the difficulty, but then you
Yeah.
just hammer the
Strive for
perfection.
perfection. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something that I love about college gymnastics. And during my season, I'll take that from women's gymnastics. I'll get inspired because there gets a certain point of our season where, you know, it's not about, you're not scared if you're going to hit or not because you've done so many routines.
Right.
Yeah.
You're like, no, now, like, I can only move on from this event if I get within this score, you know, like
Yeah.
I'm a high bar on floor guy. So, like, any routine, like, once we get into March, we're nearing the end of our regular season and heading to postseason. It's like my coach expects me to go like 14 on those events. If I don't do
Yeah.
14, like, I did something wrong because,
Mhm.
like, that's where I'm at. That's where
Yeah.
you have to do.
Yeah.
So I'll get really inspired by women's gymnastics. I watch the meets and everything. I'll be like, how they always constantly go for that landing or go for that handstand and not worry about going over. And it's just like, that's the next level.
Yeah.
And even in men's, you kind of see it a little bit because men's is different. We do our high difficulty in college. It's like elite routines, but it is a heavy emphasis on cleanliness. And sometimes
Mhm.
people will water down just a bit in order to
Yeah.
boost execution.
Yeah.
So it's very different.
Mhm.
And it's another little monster to handle.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that fighting perfection in your head.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's the only time I've ever hit my locker was 2 years. It was like 2 weeks before NCAA's, and I did a high bar set, and I didn't get the score. It was like a 13-4, 13-5, which you hear it and it's like, okay. But, you know, I should have gotten
Yeah.
like 14,
Yeah.
14-3. And I was just like pissed. I couldn't
Yeah.
punch my locker. But
Yeah. I
the
think
only
it's
time
like no, you go ahead.
no, it's fine. Yeah.
No, I just wanted to say that like the feeling when you feel like you've done like or you did like a good routine
Mhm.
and you don't get the score you expect is like
It's so
it
frustrating.
feels horrible
Yeah.
because it's like why?
Yeah,
And
it's
that
like,
does
it's like all for
happen.
nothing.
It
Yeah.
happens so much in college. Like,
Yeah.
I think there's always going to be some underlying bias because you're judged by humans and there's like no
Mhm.
perfectly consistent consensus.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's so interesting and such a thing about college. You
Yeah.
can nail a routine, like nailed your floor routine this weekend. Last weekend, you got a 995 on that career high.
Yeah.
And then this weekend, like we were all shouting 10 because we
Yeah,
saw,
that was insane.
and then
Yeah.
something like that happens. And like, I think easier said than done. You just have to be like, you
Yeah.
did it. And it was beautiful. Like the judge the score is what shows for your routine.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a whole nother battle we have in
Yeah.
gymnastics.
What's a question? Because I was sitting in those stands. And I think if I was a women's judge and like you stuck the double pike cold and you didn't even lunge out of it,
Yeah.
I think that is like a great, like Maya Hooten in Minnesota, she got a 10 and she does it a lot. She doesn't lunge out of her stick. She just sticks them cold and it shows even more control.
Yeah.
So how didn't you get,
We
I
don't
was-
know.
like everything,
Yeah.
2.5
We don't
front
know.
tuck.
Yeah, and
Beautiful.
I had like last weekend I had my legs bent a little bit in the double pike. And like this weekend I was like, okay, I'm gonna pay
Mhm.
attention and like just do it with my legs straight. And I feel like I did
Yeah,
it.
you did.
And it just shocked me when I got like a
A lower score
985.
when it was
I
a
was
better
like,
routine.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that was
It's
SEC.
frustrating.
you would've-
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say if she's wearing different Leo.
But also that is frustrating in gymnastics. And this is something that's special is that there's so many different aspects to it on each event. Each skill even has multiple parts.
Yeah.
And it's like you try to fix one thing. And so you're like, okay, I'm going to straighten my knees. And then you did it, boned it. But then you got a slightly lower score. So
Yeah.
something else must have been,
Yeah.
you know, let's
but not even.
judges.
Yeah, just the judges.
But it's just like sometimes in gymnastics, you'll focus on one thing, you'll fix it, you'll be like, yes. And then they'll be like, oh, well, now this is off. It's like,
Yeah.
bruh.
yeah,
It's
that's
like,
so
what?
frustrating.
It's hard.
But it was beautiful.
It was.
Thanks.
And we
Props
thought
to
it
you.
was a 10. So
Yeah.
that's all that matters.
Your bars was beautiful too.
Thank you.
And bars isn't, I mean, bars isn't your best event,
No.
right? But it was beautiful. You
This is their
flowed-
first meet doing all around.
Yeah, it flowed so naturally. I was going to touch
In
on that
lineup.
too. Because
Thank
all
you.
around is a different beast in college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know, I mean, I did all around at Armo, which is like high altitude and stuff. And it's tiring, but I mean, I'm a fifth year, so I'm kind of used to it. But like, it's just the mentality of it. It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah, you've
going.
touched on that a little bit. I know, like we've talked about it a few times this last couple weeks. Like, just I don't think people realize how much it takes out of you each weekend to compete,
Yeah,
and it's such a blessing, and you deserve that lineup spot. But it takes a toll, and that's so fair.
yeah, yeah. It's not really like physically. It's more like mentally. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's super interesting. But I don't know. I'm really interested in learning more about Hungary in general. Just we've talked about how it's been different gymnastics wise. I want to hear more about kind of things that shocked you about you coming here culturally, with food, with people, with things you've noticed about dating here, college here, like in general. Things you
Okay.
notice, the biggest differences.
So, I would say the biggest thing I noticed is that people like the mentalities much more positive in the US.
Really
Yeah.
interesting.
I don't know. I feel like people are like a bit kinder in here and like
The
more
rest of it.
supportive. Yeah. I was a bit shocked like whenever I go to the store and they just smile at me, like people, random people that I don't even know, and like, hey, how are you? And I'm like, do you know me? Like, I just didn't really know what to do with it.
Yeah.
I was kind of confused because in Hungary you don't do
Yeah.
that. I feel like in Hungary people are more like introverted.
Yeah, like
And they mind their own business. Yeah. And we don't really have a lot of like facial expressions.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's
Hmm.
like that's why a lot of people
Low
tell me
context.
and like they
society.
tell me like why do you not show emotions? And I'm like I don't do it on purpose. It's just like
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
I grew up and yeah.
That's interesting.
That is. I took a leadership and diversity organizations class, and we learned about how different countries have different societal standards and stuff. And like, there's countries that are like more feminine or more masculine in the sense, not in gender, but in the sense of like actions and roles and stuff. And then there's like more hierarchical societies and less and individualistic and collective and low context and high context. So
Yeah.
that's very interesting. Like low context is one where don't not a lot of facial expressions, not a lot of words. It's very subtle. Then high context is very exuberant, very
Yeah.
expressive and stuff. So that's very cool to see it in real time and for you to have you
Yeah.
talk about it and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's interesting. I went to Hungary when I was in high school
Mhm.
for a training camp.
Yeah.
I think I saw you.
Really?
That sounds weird. Yeah. Okay. So
okay.
you were
okay.
sorry to interrupt the questions, but so you were competing at European Youth Olympic Festival
Yes.
in 2017, I
Yes.
think. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And so actually a couple of the guys obviously had like a crush on Chenge and stuff, and like they had her on Snapchat and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, so I actually like knew of you,
Mhm.
and I think I like followed you, and I don't know, I don't know. You might have followed me back on Instagram. I don't know. But I knew you and I followed you, and I had you on Snapchat actually too.
Yeah, I think I added you back
Yeah.
because I think I remembered you for some reason. I don't
Mhm.
know. I don't remember us like meeting or like
Yeah. But
I
it
don't
was
know.
definitely through like socials or
Yeah.
and we were in the same place.
Mhm.
But yeah, I just thought that was funny. And then you committed here, and I was like,
Yeah.
wait a minute. And Dylan Young, who you know, but he was like, yeah, that's Chenge from Hungary. Like, remember when we went? I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, very
Yeah.
cool.
That's funny. Small
I-
world. Gymnastics world is
yeah.
small for sure.
Yeah.
Me and Chenge were in the same room before we even knew about each other.
Yeah.
So
There you go. What about
Yeah.
like food wise?
So,
Sorry. Quick turn. I'm so interested.
Hungary has I don't know. I like Hungarian food.
Mhm.
I think I like it more than here in the US.
you gotta answer that question.
Yeah, but it was like cool to come here and like try all these
Mhm.
like food places that like I just like we don't have it in Hungary. A lot of
Yeah.
them like
Definitely McDonald's though. That's
Yeah,
like
Chick-fil-A
worldwide.
or like we have
Yeah.
McDonald's, but like Cane's and stuff. So it was interesting to like try them, and also like the portion of the food is like
I've
the
heard that.
double
Yeah.
of yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
not
so like
surprising.
whenever
America's
Huge portions.
yeah, and our food's
yeah,
definitely probably so much more
yeah,
processed
whenever
and
I
stuff.
get something, it's like usually it takes like at least 2 days.
For you to finish it.
Yeah.
What's like a traditional Hungarian like breakfast, lunch, dinner? Like, give me the 3 meals.
I have a question about breakfast after.
Okay. So we don't really eat breakfast.
Oh, interesting.
People, I don't know. People in Hungary and in Eastern Europe, like in general, we only have like a coffee, and it's like a typical thing that like if you go out and people on the streets, you're gonna see people drinking coffee or energy drink and smoking a cigarette. So that's like the Hungarian breakfast.
Just a coffee and a
Indeed.
cigarette.
Yeah. For lunch we eat, I don't know, everything like we have like a lot of food with meat.
Mhm.
So you can like it's a very like I don't know, different. Um Same with like dinner, but I feel like um the time is like different when
Mhm.
like we eat. So I feel like we eat a little bit later.
Mhm. So dinner's at like 7 or 8.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
A lot of
and it
people are
was
like
really
5 or
weird
6
when
here.
I saw like training table like open at 4:30. I was like, people
To-
like some people eat
Yeah.
like lunch in
Yeah.
Hungary at 4:30. Like
Yeah.
it's a late lunch.
To be
Yeah.
fair, I think that is a little specific to training table because
Mhm.
like everyone, I mean, on my team, and like when I got here, I'm like, I would eat dinner at like 9.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Yeah,
way too
that's like
early.
definitely a
Yeah.
gymnast thing too.
Yeah.
Like when you're done with like your 5-hour practice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
yeah.
we're gonna take a break. When we come back, I have a few questions for Chenge about food based off of my trip there that I've been wondering for the longest time.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
We'll see you guys soon.
After a long, hot summer, are you ready for fall? What about your home? Is your heating system ready for cooler temperatures ahead? Be sure and call Bryant for your fall heating check. No matter what brand of equipment you own, Bryant's trained technician will thoroughly clean and inspect your furnace or heat pump to make sure you stay warm and comfortable. Call today to schedule your home heating check. 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. We do whatever it takes.
So, I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on my car insurance.
So you told your agent you play the bagpipes for your dog?
What? No, I didn't get that personal. My agent just helped me create an affordable price just for me. Okay, let me show you what I've been working on. Hey, Buster!
Call your local State Farm agent Vinny Krekak at 402-474-1173.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
It takes a great game plan to win a football game each week, and right now, it's time to plan a trip to get a new car at Mullen Motors. Just like on the football field, there's a wall of defense on the way to Mullen Motors. 48th Street is under construction from Layton all the way to Cornhusker Highway. But the lot at Mullen Motors is full of tons of great vehicles to drive home this fall for the ultimate touchdown. Mullen Motors, still open through road construction at 48th and Walker.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
If you struggle with joint pain, there's good news. You don't need surgery to get back to full health. South Point Medical and Aesthetics offers breakthrough non-surgical options for treatment of moderate to severe joint pain. Our patients experience little to no downtime from our procedures, and the results are remarkable. They've had 14 years of successful treatments with patients from 35 states because of an effective word-of-mouth traffic. Learn more about how you can get lasting results for joint pain today at southpointmedical.com or call 402-323-8400. Brown Shoe Fit has all types of shoes for you to excel this fall. Check out their large variety of tennis shoes and dress shoes in brands like Brooks, Hoka, Merrell, On, and many more. Browns has the local professionals to get the proper fit, aided by their high-tech foot scanner by Aetrex. Stop by Brown Shoe Fit today, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln, or check out their options online at brownshoefitco.com.
Aloe is turning 20 this year, and we plan to celebrate all year long. Since 2003, Aloe has vowed to put customers first and deliver a drastically different experience. No matter where you live, work, or play, we believe you deserve an affordable, secure, and reliable connection. We're proud to have served our businesses and residents with seriously fast fiber optic service for 2 decades. Thank you for trusting Aloe as your local internet, phone, and TV provider. Follow us on social media to know about the 20th anniversary celebrations in all our Aloe communities.
Summer is winding down, but there's no reason to put your golf clubs away. Double Eagle Golf makes golf leagues and events possible year-round. Sign up today for 9-hole leagues this fall, any day from Monday to Friday, starting on September 25th. Check out their deals on monthly memberships and schedule your Husker watch parties, birthday or bachelor parties, corporate and team outings, or just a good old Saturday with the boys. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Call today at 402-742-0140.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
It's football season, and that means coaches everywhere are busy making game plans. I'm Matt Knipe with Liberty Law Group. Teams make game plans because no two opponents are the same. At Liberty Law, we understand that no two cases are the same. Whether facing a DUI, criminal charge, or you were injured and it wasn't your fault, we tailor our legal game plan to meet your unique needs. We are relentless trial attorneys serving all of Nebraska. To learn more, go to libertylawnebraska.com. That's libertylawnebraska.com.
What would you tell a friend who was on the fence about going to Limitless Mail?
I would tell them to go to Limitless today. Don't hesitate. You're going to second guess yourself on if it's the right decision. The staff there is amazing. The treatments work. I'm living proof that it can completely change your life for the better.
Join thousands of men who have changed their lives with testosterone treatment. Slow down the aging process and live life. Schedule your free consult at limitlessmail.com.
Back to the Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back to Flippin It with Sam and Sam.
Welcome back.
All right, so when we left off, Chenge was talking about Hungary and some of the differences between Hungary and the U.S., but also some of the details, like unique things about Hungary. And she was talking about the food and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So we found out that Hungarian breakfast is coffee and a cigarette.
Yeah.
And there's lots of like meat in the cuisine. But so I have a question that I've been wondering for the longest time. When I went there for breakfast, we were served this like rice porridge thing, and we would put this like cacao butter or not butter powder.
Powder, yeah.
What is it? It's like a rice porridge or something.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like normal food in Hungary. You can eat it whenever. It's like you make the rice like sweet. You can eat it with like cocoa powder or cinnamon and sugar or jam.
It was like good. The best thing ever.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Everyone like we had it every single morning.
Yeah.
And they would like run out and we would wait for like refills. But it was so freaking good.
Yeah.
And I never exactly like
knew what it was.
I knew it was like some sort of like rice thing, like porridge, but oh my gosh. It's like
Jenke, you have to make that.
Yeah, okay. No, you do. Okay. I will help you.
Okay, I will.
Because it's like it's like grits times sticky rice.
Yeah, it's like you make the rice a little bit
sweet.
Like,
and it's not like ricey, it's like more like porridge.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Gritsy.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can like put whatever you want. You can put jam again, like cinnamon and sugar is another like good combo.
Mm-hmm.
Children usually eat that for breakfast.
Okay.
In kindergarten or like
So usually younger.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but like everyone can eat it. It's just
Yeah.
more like children.
Yeah. More
Yeah.
typical.
Mhm.
Okay.
One last
Interesting.
thing. So when we went to Gior actually for
Mhm.
the festival, they made us these like sandwiches,
Mhm.
and we found out that they like instead of like putting mayo or something, they just put like a ton of butter on them.
Yeah.
It was very interesting. Is that like a thing?
I don't know.
Maybe it was mayo. I don't. We remember it was like weird. Like it
You
wasn't
can-
mayo, but we thought it was like butter, and we were like, "Is this just like a ton of butter on the sandwich?" Like,
It's funny.
Yeah, I don't really know. You can eat it like with both. You
Got you.
can use
Okay.
mayo. It's not like specific Hungarian thing. It's like you can eat it with butter, mayo, whatever you want to put on the bread, honestly.
Got you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I just have to get those two questions out because they've
Our
been
foodie over here.
on our yeah. Foodie.
Yeah.
Big
Speaking of
culinary
which,
guy. Oh my gosh. Wait, yeah, you actually
can
hit
I
press.
share?
Good time to insert this announcement.
Okay, so I just so back in high school, I started this thing called Sam's Fill Ups, PHILL, like my last name dash UPS Fill Ups. Anyway, so I love cooking. I'm such a foodie, eating it, cooking it, taking pictures of it, whatever. And so I started a YouTube channel where I cooked food and it was like a demo. And so one of my teammates, and this was back in 2019, I did like one other video in 2020, but I haven't touched it since. But I always post my food on my Instagram. So back in October, my teammate was like, "Hey, I need to do like and make an instructional video for my class because he's like a videographer and he's in like
He's really talented.
emerging media." Yes, Toby Liang. Search up his YouTube. He does vlogs, his Instagram.
Yeah.
Insanely talented. And he got so many compliments on the video. But he was like, "I need to make an instructional video for one of our prompts. So can we do something with that cooking?" I was like, "Hell yeah." So I was like, "Let's make it a Sam's Phillips episode." So we made a Sam's Phillips episode. It was like 3 minutes, 40 seconds. And it was so good, too good, to where I was like, "Toby, can I like post this? Because this is like amazing." And so this Saturday, I posted it on YouTube and I posted it on my
Yeah.
Instagram. And yeah, so we're kind of
It's
back.
insanely good. Like
Thank you.
not that I had like low expectations at all, but like you guys are college students. Like he is newer at posting stuff like that. Like it's
Yes.
not like he's like in this industry, like
Mhm.
and it is I just watched the intro. I need to go watch the full episode, but holy cow, it looks so professional. Go
It
check that out,
was.
everybody.
He got so many compliments. And he was like, sorry, this guy's like checking out cars. That is kind of weird. Sorry, folks. But anyway,
Constant
so
people
he got
watching here.
a lot of compliments. And so I was like, "Toby," I joked with him and I was like, "So when are we shooting next?" And he was like, "Dude, honestly, if you pay me some," he was like, "Not asking for a lot, but yeah, let's do it." I was like, "You serious?" He was like, "Yeah." He was like, people were like really loved it. I was like, "Yeah,
It
dude."
was really great.
All the comments are about how great the editing and everything was. So,
High quality.
and he was like,
Did you see it on his Instagram?
No.
Okay,
not
I'll
yet.
show you. It's pretty cool.
but yeah. So, anyways, be on the lookout for that.
Yeah.
Go to my YouTube, Samuel Phillips. But Sam's Phillips might be back. It might be a thing.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that kind of takes us into our updates, like personal life
Mhm.
and whatever. And I'm gonna pass it over to Chinga. What's been going on with you recently? Any new exciting things? We obviously just got into season. How have you been spending your free time in our house and your room, doing your thing? What's been up?
I don't know. I'm just I don't know. I'm really trying to get back to school mindset because it was a long break and it's hard to get back from doing nothing to doing everything.
Yeah, I was about to say doing everything.
Yeah. And I try to spend time with my lovely roommates, which I really enjoy because they're the people I'm comfortable with. And I don't know, I'm just like trying my best in the gym and in school. And it's like I feel like I'm more like organized than last year, and it's a really good feeling. That, like I
The
actually,
organization is
yeah,
freaking
Yeah.
key.
yeah, like I just know what's going on with my life.
You know
Finally.
what's going on.
Yeah.
Good, Chenge. Yeah.
I don't know about y'all, but I like that we finally, like you said, going from doing nothing to everything. Like, I'm a very everything kind of guy.
Yeah, you love to be busy.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
like it, and I need to be doing something.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
literally, it was such a boost that the first day, so we got back from our meet and on Saturday night, but it was a bus. So we got back Sunday morning and I had weird sleep. And that night I couldn't fall asleep. So it took me 3.5 hours to fall asleep. And as a result, I got like 3.5 hours of sleep because we had to wake up early for like a morning rehab thing with John Pfeiffer. And I was running on 3.5 hours of sleep that Monday, but because we were back and doing things, I lasted. And even after workout, it was 10:45 in bed, and I was still so wired. I was wired that day.
Wow.
But it's because that's how much energy I get from just being on a schedule and having stuff to do and errands to run and like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I loved it. But
Yeah.
I was not ready for the jolt it gave me.
Yeah.
It like brought me life because I felt like I was a bum low key for
Yeah.
the past like 2 weeks. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely been a challenge to get going again, but I feel like once you get into a rhythm, we're pretty good at
Yeah.
that because we've been
Oh,
doing
it's
this type of
amazing.
life our
Yeah.
whole
Yeah.
life, like the
Yeah.
school gym balance. But yeah,
Yeah.
back to your other point, the roomie time. Changi is one of those people who, like, I know you can speak on this too. She likes to keep her circle very small.
Mhm.
And like for someone like me, like I'm very social and outgoing. And so I think when I meet people like that, or at least in the past, I've just been like, oh, like I think it's interesting how they just need a few people. But I like this past year have really transformed into that.
Yeah.
And I admire that so much about you because I feel like you keep it small, but those relationships are so intentional.
Yeah.
And I feel like recently, especially, we felt this, but our house is like this.
Yeah.
And I
love
love
it. Yeah.
that. It is so fun. We have so much fun. Like
Yeah.
it's never a dull moment. We've been watching shows and movies. And
Yeah. And it's like very honest.
yeah.
It's like no, I don't know.
No BS.
Yeah.
None of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Having a good flow with your roommates is so important.
It's so
I'm
important.
glad that you guys have that because
Yeah.
I kind of found that this year too.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And I think we realized that Clara and Marty are going to be leaving soon. And like,
Yeah.
I know I've been extra.
I don't want to think about it.
Yeah.
yet.
Like we've just been like, I think we've been really good about being intentional with our time with them.
Yeah.
And I want to keep doing that. But yeah, I don't know. That's been good.
100%.
Same vibes as Chenge for me over here. But yeah, actually, sorry, go ahead.
Well, just think about roommates. It's like at my sophomore year when we first moved off campus, I had a bad time with roommates, and I think it was just like growing and us being young, and like I'm obviously a different kind of guy, and so there's like a lot of clashiness there.
Yeah.
And then the next year I moved in with 3 girl roommates, and one of them was my very best friend, and they're all in soccer, and energies clashed in the sense where like I was with girls, but I wanted some guy time. I kind of felt like I wanted some like masculine energy, not to deal with things too much, you know? So, and then last year I was with 2 girls and then one other guy, but the other guy didn't really involve himself in the house. And then there's some clashiness between the girls. So I was like, I tried like all guys, all girls, 2 guys. So now I'm with all guys, but they're younger than me. They're like the sophomores. But I think I've grown throughout my experience living with like a bunch of different sets of roommates.
Yeah.
And like with them being freshmen when I was a senior, I kind of like feel like they're like my younger siblings. I've never really had them, and like I want to look out for them. I want to take care of them and stuff. So like I think this year's been really nice because I kind of like have my role in the house. I'm kind of like
Marty and Clara are with us.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll cook and I'll be like leftovers, like have my leftovers, and they'll like come in the kitchen and wait for me to be done, like say the word and like eat my food, and like I'll cook breakfast for them on Saturday and I'll like clean, or I'll like, you know, I'm in charge of utilities. Like I'm just like, I'm a mother. I'm a mother, no job. But
that dynamic works.
Yeah, it does work. And we've been on such a good roll where it's like, I feel like because they're younger than me too, I've always vibed with people who are younger than me. I think because I'm just very like, I don't know, I'm very like bubbly, and I feel like sometimes it's just easier with people who are like younger than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's been working, and like
Good.
we vibe, and
Yeah.
it's just a good flow. And like you said, when the house is like this, it's like
It feels good.
it feels good.
Yeah, it's
It
where you
feels like
go
you can go
each
home
day.
and breathe.
Yeah, when your day's done. But yeah, that's great. We're gonna take another break. When we come back, we have more with Chenge, and we'll close out our show on our lighter note that we like to do. And we'll see you soon.
Boom.
It's different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Get all of your favorite restaurants delivered with VenueDelivered.com. One place for ordering delicious appetizers, refreshing salads, hot entrees, fresh sandwiches, and more. From Venue Restaurant and Lounge, Piedmont Bistro, and all Lincoln Good Sense Subs locations. Download our phone app to earn rewards on all of your carryout and delivery orders. Available on Apple and Android, just search for the Pillar Restaurants app. That's the Pillar Restaurants app. Download today.
Warning, this ad will use the F word often, so listen at your own risk. Family fun, fun with friends, freedom from fuel, free Yeti cooler, free driveway delivery. Hey, this is Carl from Nebraska Golf Carts and Priced Right Auto, and we have the all-electric Bentelli Fun Carts, and they are a blast. Plenty of fun colors, and these street-legal carts come with both 4 and 6 passenger. Tell us you heard us on the ticket and get a free Yeti cooler with your purchase. Hurry, supply is limited. Check them out at 1235 West O in Lincoln or NebraskaGolfCarts.com.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Repeat after me. I will not touch the fuse box.
I will probably not touch the fuse box.
Sip, do you remember what happened last time?
Yeah, I remember.
What happened?
Half of the city block lost power.
And?
My chicken condo went haywire.
That's right. The chickens ran wild. So what do we do instead?
Call Joe at Ambition Electric and let him handle everything. Look, saved on speed dial.
Ambition Electric, 402-217-3415 or online at ambitionelectric.com.
Join Planet Fitness now and get the PF Black Card for only $24.99 a month. You'll enjoy an upgraded experience with tons of perks.
Like access to more than 2,000 locations worldwide?
Yep.
And massage chairs?
Yes.
Can I bring a friend every time?
Sure.
Can my friend be a horse?
Nay. Sorry. Get the PF Black Card and feel fit-tacular. Only $24.99 a month. Our most popular membership, the PF Black Card, is your ticket to getting all the perks. Join today. See Club for details.
It's football season in Nebraska, and that means coaches are busy making game plans. I'm Eric Hagan with Liberty Law Group. Teams make game plans because no two opponents are the same. At Liberty Law, we understand no two cases are the same. Whether facing a DUI, criminal charge, or you were injured and it wasn't your fault, we tailor our legal game plan to meet your unique needs. Liberty Law's relentless trial attorneys serve all of Nebraska. To learn more, visit libertylawnebraska.com. That's libertylawnebraska.com.
Tailored Lights is your go-to local manufacturer and installer of the best landscape lighting. Tailored Lights is excited to highlight the architecture of your home or business and provide a warm environment that feels safe. And for those outside the Lincoln area, they do ship across the country and are happy to work with anyone near or far with lights anywhere from 18 inches to 110 inches. Enhance your curb appeal with an exquisite tailored light today. Call 402-432-2572 or go to tailoredlights.com.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. SCC's Career Days will provide you with a hands-on experience as you learn alongside SCC faculty and students and industry partners. Explore careers in healthcare, construction, ag, automotive, manufacturing, engineering, power sports, transportation, or technology. See your options at southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
Fall has arrived, and it's the perfect weather for the DIY market to listen to the game while building a deck. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and Decorator's composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance and to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671 or go online to deckcityne.com.
When it comes to tackling your fall projects, having the right equipment can make a huge difference. At Sunbelt Rentals, they have an extensive line of tools and equipment to help complete any job. From lawn and landscape equipment to hand tools, pressure washers, portable generators for you tailgaters, and much more. Sunbelt Rentals makes it easy to get what you need when you need it. Drop in to see the experts at 5450 Alvo Road in Lincoln, or visit sunbeltrentals.com today to learn how Sunbelt Rentals can make it happen for you.
Guys, you've heard me tell you all about Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping, but it's not just me. Folks all over town are having success with the FXB program. Guys like Gary, who just finished up his own 10-week challenge.
Yeah, Mark. After having a knee replacement in March, I was looking for a way to get back into shape. The workouts are fun, the atmosphere is a total blast, and I've lost 17 pounds since starting in July.
The next Farrell's 10-week challenge begins on October 7th, and ticket listeners get $150 off enrollment. Just head to theticketfm.com. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill and 70th and Vine.
Back to the Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hello and welcome back to Flippin It with Sam and Sav, and special guest today, Chenge. We're going to kind of dive into a little bit of Chenge's Olympic journey that she will be taking on later this year. She'll be headed to Paris to represent Team Hungary. And I want you to talk a little bit about qualifying, what that felt like when you returned home to our house, and kind of just your goals and thoughts about going to the Olympics.
Yeah, so the way I qualify was not like how it usually works. It was a big drama in my federation, and it was definitely like very draining mentally because it needed like a lot of focus and just, I don't know, to trust the process, trust God. I remember when I was there, I prayed a lot, and I feel like how everything worked out in the end. My relationship with God just like got closer, and my trust in everything. Because my family is very religious, and I feel like when I started being a teenager and like growing up, I feel like I kind of avoided my religion and God, and I really tried to get back at it, especially last year. And I feel like that was just like another example, like how you should like trust like the process and like everything's gonna work out in the end. Especially, and like from my perspective, it was like okay, I almost made it to the Olympics, and like maybe next time. And it like I was so close, and I just asked for like fairness, I guess, and like everything worked out in the end. um Maybe other people see it differently, but that's me, that's my opinion, that's how I
Their opinions don't matter.
What emotions, I want you to tell, like that feeling when you found out you were going to the Olympics. Like, I can't imagine like my emotional like I don't know.
you know, like when like something very big happens in your life, and like you're not able to like process it like in a second. And I was just like in like disbelief. I called my mom, and we started crying, and like my mom was like, I told you, I'm so
she
proud
knew
of
it,
you."
right? From the second you were like starting gymnastics, she was like, you're going to the Olympics.
And like they all knew like what was going on with me and like the whole situation, and like I was kind of left alone out there.
You felt defeated too, right? I remember
Yeah.
you shared that.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
isolation is like the number one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just feel.
My coach was not even there when I competed in the finals. And it was very hard to like keep everything up and like still be able to like compete and have my own back, I guess.
Yeah.
And I was just really excited to come back here after all that drama because it was it like a lot of people really hurt my soul and my feelings, and
Yeah.
it was, even though I couldn't see my family in person after I qualified because I had to come back.
Here.
Yeah, but it was really good to come back and like
Yeah.
just see my team having my back.
Mhm.
Even though like they probably didn't even know what was going on with my life and in I don't know, with
Yeah.
my soul and stuff. And it was just so amazing to like come home and see everyone cheering and like
Yeah. We
being
were
happy
so
for me.
happy.
Yeah.
I know a lot of us, when we found out from Coach, we just bawled.
Yeah.
Like we just cried. We're like, oh, I could cry right now. What an honor. And I see how hard you work every day, but a lot of people don't get to see that. And so I think it
Yeah.
just meant that much more. And to know what kind of person you are too, like what an accomplishment. I am so excited for you.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're
it was
amazing.
just very hard to see and like read all those like comments and opinions about me, like like she didn't deserve it, she took it from her teammate, like the opportunity and the chance.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I started gymnastics when I was 3. I also
deserve
work
it.
hard.
Yeah.
I just didn't just go there, like didn't just like wake up that
Yeah.
morning and like compete.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I also worked very hard.
You earned it.
Yeah. So it was definitely something that like I feel like it made me stronger because I'm usually really good at not caring about other people's opinion, or like at least people's opinion that like I really don't know.
Yeah.
But
At that time, it kind of hit
yeah,
different.
yeah,
For sure. I understand
yeah.
that.
But I just like I was thinking about that recently, and I just realized it's not worth it. Like they don't even know me. They don't
Exactly.
even see how my life is, how hard I work every day. So it doesn't really matter.
And you're going where?
To the Olympics.
Paris 2024, baby.
Paris.
Yay.
So if you're watching, make sure you watch for Chenge in Paris this year. I know, like, as her roommate, teammate, whatever, it was like crazy. She's so casual about it. She came up to me. I was sitting on the couch. She's like, Sav, do you want a ticket? I was like, what? But yeah, I don't know. We're so excited for you. You're
Thank
amazing
you.
in not only just in gymnastics, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Thank
we're
you.
so glad you came on today and shared a little bit more about you. I want the people to know who you are. Who's
Yeah.
Chenge?
Thanks
So,
for having me.
Of course.
Thank you for coming.
But yeah, we're so excited to see you next week on Flippin' It with Sam and Sav. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and we hope you have a great week. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.